Gratitude is one of the first things we are taught to do when you first start learning the law of attraction. You're told to be grateful, list down the things you're grateful for. But I had a bigger question about gratitude because for me, gratitude felt like something that would just help my mood, but I wouldn't really see substantive results from gratitude. Like, it was great to say that you're grateful, and it helps with your personality because nobody likes an ungrateful person. But I didn't really see how it would tie into manifesting. But there are three things that I did that completely transformed gratitude and gave me tangible results. I can give you an example. I was doing this exercise, and then like a few minutes later I got a call, and I had just booked a client, and they didn't even ask. They just paid the money and we had a call. And this is after I had been trying to get clients, trying my level best. Instead, I just was being grateful, and then somebody called. So it actually works, and it works pretty fast. So the first thing that you do about gratitude is that instead of listing every single thing that you're grateful for, like your house, your family, your health, in a long list of 10 or 20 things you're grateful for, list a few things, maybe 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for that day, and then give the reasons why you're grateful for that thing. So you have your gratitude list of the 5 things, and then you're giving reasons in like 3 sentences or a paragraph why you're grateful for that thing. So if you say that you're grateful for your health, you can give reasons like, I'm grateful for my health because I wake up energetic and not in pain. I can do whatever I want. I get to go and hang out where I want and just be relaxed. And I'm grateful for my health because I can, I feel safe in my body because if there's an emergency, I can freaking run, I feel grateful for my health because, you can give all sorts of reasons. You can be grateful for your job and say 3 reasons why you're grateful for your job. It could be because you have money to sustain you and you're not out on the street. You can be grateful for your job because you have fun colleagues. You can be grateful for your job because you're learning skills. Just think about the reasons why you're grateful for that thing, not only the thing itself, right? And then here's part 2 of the exercise. What you're going to do is you're going to keep this tab open. You know how you can have multiple tabs open on your web browser? You're going to keep this gratitude tab open and increase the reasons. So you'll find yourself saying the reasons, repeating the reasons, because you can only be grateful for, like, your mind is used to patterns, so you'll keep thinking about the same things, but you're going to challenge your mind to, throughout the day, think about more things, more reasons why you're grateful for that thing. So, for example, when I was doing this challenge, I would say I'm grateful for my family, and I started repeating the things. They're supportive, they're kind, they do nice things for me, and then I found myself repeating the things that I was grateful for again and again. So I challenged myself to think of new things that I was grateful. That made me notice when they do something different. For example, if I was bought for chocolate, I'm like, oh my gosh, and they're generous. Not only are they blah, 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 the list that I had before, and they're generous, and they're fully supportive in this way, and they're humorous. Like, I just kept adding more and more things. You'll find your frequency transforming, like literally in real time. You will see yourself like move from a state of I just used to kind of appreciate them to, oh my gosh, these people are awesome. Even your job, even your country, even things that you dislike. I remember that this exercise helped me when I was pissed off with my old job. I was just having it up to here. But I just kept saying things I was grateful for and the reasons why. Because your brain is, again, it's wired to think about the negative stuff most of the time. So if you don't train it, it's going to go to the negatives and forget all the reasons why you're still there, why you choose to go to your job every single day. So even if it's something you think you detest, then still go. This is the perfect time to use that exercise. And some people will be like, that's toxic positivity. Excuse me, what's more toxic than negativity? I don't, and if it's all toxic, I'd rather take the positive toxicity than the negative toxicity. Like, I'd rather be the person whose default is to thank God and be saying, I'm so grateful and thank you, than the person who's complaining about everything. Have you seen those videos online about those little kids who are grateful for like a gift? They're the kids who they're even given the thing that they don't want. Maybe it's a toy bike instead of the big bike, which will come later. But the kid is so grateful for the toy bike that when they get the big bike, they're like, oh my God, this is awesome. You can just tell that they're grateful for what they got. But then the kids who are like so ungrateful, everybody gets annoyed with them. I've never seen somebody in the comment section like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm not saying you should be annoyed with people, but you can obviously tell when somebody's grateful for something. So you can emulate that. And I would rather be the person who's grateful for something than the person who's constantly complaining, because nobody likes that, okay? Next, number 2 point about being grateful is you're going to method act gratitude. So this exercise has been life-changing to me. You are now an actor. Forget your profession. I'm a lawyer, but I'm a part-time actor. And I even have a theory. I think this is the reason why actors are paid a lot of money, because they're taking you to the metaphysical. You are now acting like a person who's grateful. Remember those kids who were talking about? The ones who just get the avocado or the onion and they're just happy. They're like, thank you. I didn't have an onion before, I have an onion now. Versus the kids who are like, even though they've got like 20 gifts, you know? So you're gonna pretend that you're an actor and then act like you're a person who's grateful. This looks like, for example, you know, an actor, they've been told play a 5-year-old girl throwing a tantrum. They get on the floor, they start running around, whatever they do. So you're going to be the same. Now you're playing the role of somebody who's grateful. Because a lot of the times you're saying your gratitude list and you're like, I'm grateful for my health, I'm grateful. Like it's routine. You're just saying it because, not because you actually find meaning in what you're saying. So how you bring it into the body rather than just the head is to act it out, my friend. Act it out as often as you can. And this is best when you feel ungrateful, because your body, you can feel all those chemicals of I'm feeling like complaining, I don't want to do this. And then you just intentionally step into that person who's grateful. You're going to tell the difference immediately. This exercise has changed my life, because I find myself asking myself, am I really grateful or am I just yapping? Because your brain, the mental area, is always talking, but the subconscious mind manifests in the body, how you're feeling, your emotions. So your default, you may think you're grateful, but your default, what you've trained yourself to be, is super ungrateful. So even if you receive a gift or you're thankful for something, you're actually not. Just look at your body language, okay? Yes, and the third point is to make it a way of life. You know how some people can't help but curse because it's in their language? They just keep using profanity because they're used to it. It's not a big deal, okay? They use profanity. And some people don't. So for you, you're going to make gratitude like automatic. Like instead of complaining, your first thought will be like, oh, I'm so happy that this happened, you know? Like, for example, when most people are wired to see the negative, you're thinking, wow, like, thank God that this happened. Like, for example, when you get a puncture on your bike, you're like, oh no, my bike got a puncture. Most people start complaining, like, oh, my day's ruined. But for you, because you're so trained, you've trained yourself to be grateful. You're going to be like, oh, thank God it happened today, not when it was rainy or something, you know? Because you're so biased towards gratitude than ingratitude or ungratefulness or negativity. So when you start to make gratitude your default, you'll start to notice even your language changes. You'll be like, thank God, I'm so grateful, I appreciate it. Thank you. These things should be part of your language, like without even thinking about it. And then you move it to your body now and start embodying this grateful person. These things are all habits. You're going to make it a habit. You're going to train yourself. And the best part about this is when it does, you're going to not have to be conscious about it all the time. You know how when you first start, like a baby starts first learning to walk, they're just, you know, one step after the other. But once it becomes inside them, it never leaves. You know how to walk. You continue knowing how to walk. And I was thinking this the other day because I've been recently riding my bike a lot and I've been thinking this. it I can stay over 5, I think it was over 5 years. I hadn't ridden a bike, but I somehow never forgot. So that's the difference between like mind knowledge and like your body remembering. Once you make something a habit that your body remembers, even if you stop doing it, you never really forget how to do it. So that's what we're aiming for. We're aiming to make gratitude part of your body, part of your lifestyle, so deeply ingrained that even when you stop doing this exercise, it doesn't stop working. It's just now a part of you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, like, share, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.